We do not have much news as of today. So this is our DXY. Do you notice? Let me ask you something. Do you notice that when price, everybody will say price is moving up, right? Good. But what if this is a bigger correction? Something that looks like this. What if this happens to be a bigger correction? More like an expanding triangle. What if it's a bigger correction? And remember, the bigger the correction, the bigger is going to be the move, all right? Now, big move cannot happen except you have corrections. Guys, there are no corrections here. It just went in, came down, went in, came down. But here, it didn't go down and came out. No. Here, it's giving you some form of consolidations. It may actually eventually, or it may eventually go down. But if this guy is going to go up, it's going to go up massively. It's going to go up massively. Why? Because you are having a consolidation. People are making up their minds either to buy or to sell. That is what is happening in every currency right now. Everybody's making up their mind, okay? So the last time we had this going on, what was that? I think it's on weekly. Good. Now, guys, a week closed by a hammer. And the week is starting bullish already. And we are coming out of a demand zone. Let's see how it's going to run. If it's going to run to the upside, but I'm preparing to see the reaction at this point. I wouldn't know what's going to happen, okay? So, but let's see, all right? So, to me, if you use, what do you call it? Your moving average, your 200-day moving average. If you have your 200-day moving average, you still see that your, what do you call it? The dollar, sorry, let's go to the daily. Correct. Now, 200-day moving average signifies 200 days of trading. So 200 days of trading, you see that price just went close to how it was 200 days ago. And price actually moving up away from that point. Okay, so price is still bullish. The US economy is still strong, like in the long term. But in the short term, is actually weak. But the US claim that they are the one weakening the economy, just the way Japan claims that they are deliberately weakening the economy. But when you look at the stress rate, you see that this guy from 3.77, it got to 3.82 as at Friday, right? As at Friday, okay. So we might see some up moves because the US is actually strong. Their interest on their investment vehicle is actually strong. It gave an increase, okay? So what do we have? What pair do you want us to look at this morning? Let's take a look. If you are in any pair, if you are taking any trade right now, or maybe you are in any trade, let's see them, drop them in the chat box. Let's look at them together, or let's see what you are looking at. All right. If you have this guy on the bull, but in the short term is actually selling, but we are in a demand zone. We're in a demand zone, right? So what does that tell us? Your USD CAD, USD CHF, USD JPY, we should be looking for a buy setup with your strategy, all right? We should be looking for a buy setup. Then gold USD, AUD USD, GBP USD, NZD USD, we should also be looking for sell opportunities, right? I would have preferred, if we're doing demand and supply, that this guy comes from here. This entire zone here, before it moves up. I would have preferred that, but market doesn't do what we want all the time. So you see, this range, I would have preferred this place. But now there is something that is quite interesting. And what's the thing? This guy has been broken. This guy has been broken. He gave him mini head and shoulders, right? I think so. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Let's see where do we start from. Okay. Okay, I'm the one that removed my. I need to be this. All right. Okay. So this guy has broken this structure. He came back and immediately had some form of retest. But now there is a question of this area here. That's the question. Is he coming inside this place to move back down to this area, or what exactly is he going to do? Because there is no sign that this guy has a bullish setup here on the long term. There is no sign. Okay. So now let's go down to the 4 hours. The reason why I'm saying there is no sign is because, yeah, this guy has been bullish. Like, this is a low, this is a high, this is a higher low, this is a higher high, this is higher than this one. All right. This guy is not defined. Its movement has not been defined, but this is very defined. Okay. But now it now gave you a head and a shoulder at this point. Question: will he respond to this as a golden zone? No, this is more than a golden zone. Okay, yeah. Will he respond to this as a continuation, or is going to respond to this as the continuation? This one. So you have to look at both ways. You have to look at both. So if you are buying, I'm not ruling out the fact that you can buy. If you are buying, be careful when you get to this point. Remember my theory on having your golden zone in confluence with your demand zone. All right. So this is daily, of course. This is, let's put it here. This is the last week here. Okay. Now, this is the demand zone. This is the last sell candle. Okay. Before the last buy candle, before the they call this accumulation, whatever the name is. All right. But this is a zone to take note of. Now, if price gets in here, but remember that you also have what your golden zone above. Which one does price respect the more? I don't know. Does it respect your golden zone, or with respect your demand and supply? Guys, price is price. Price will move where you have a lot of orders, a lot of orders. And price does not move because of a Fibonacci level. No, it just happens that the orders are coincidentally placed at Fibonacci levels. You see this guy, Fibonacci level. Do you notice that it is at the wick, the body to the wick? That is it. Let me take this out so you don't think it's a makeup here. Let me take it out again. You see it clearly. Take it from the highs to the lows. Do you see that the golden zone is actually from the wick, a little bit above the wick, to the body? Do you see it? That's the golden zone. That's the golden zone. And this is where the sell actually started happening. That's where the sell started happening. So now, if you are buying, guys, you have to put at the back of your mind or at the front of your mind that it's going to be a short buy. You will get into the space first. Okay? If you look at the weekly, this is not really engulfing. So we cannot say this guy is ready to move yet. We do not know. Okay, because he didn't even get down to this place properly. He didn't get down to this place. We may have some move down before they're going up, but we are not trading on the weekly. We're just getting to see the bias. So this guy, we are expecting that this guy gets into this place. Go down to your 4 hours. Okay, this move had already started. Okay, I think I analyzed this move last week. How the way I got into USD CHF also, this is a divergence, and I got in on a 5 minutes also. You get now you have the divergence, you have a move up, which is a break of structure here. You came back, you tested it, and you move up. You get so that is not something strange. Now, good. Look at this. This will be a form of some resistance here. Now, if you want to drill down a little bit, you can now decide to use this point on the 4 hours. You see how we are taking everything, narrowing it down, right? You want to go down to your 1 hour. Now, see the 1 hour. You cannot decide to narrow it down again. Okay, so this is how you get sniper entries, all right? Then you see your 30 minutes. Good, it's becoming clear, all right? So 15 minutes, this is how you get. Now, you see on the 15 minutes, let's see what this looks like. Guys, I see this thing before I see them. I know them before I see them, okay? So now, where you have this kind of divergence before the fall, market might come back into that same place and give you what a drop. So now, what would you do? Question. This is why sometimes it's not really good to drill down too much. You are going to be confused. Will market test this place, which is the last up candle before the sell, or will it test this one here? That's the question. Okay, which one will market test? All right. So now we can even drill down to the 5 minutes. Let's get into see more. Good. So if I will be going into this trade, I would have preferred to use this because this is heavier now on those 5 minutes. This was what really caused this break. You see the break of structure here? Guys, look at it. This break of structure. There was a break here. So this was the last candle that provided this move to the downside. So I will be using this one. If it's me, guys, I'm going to say again, do not trade solely. Don't go and lose your money and call my name. All right? So because we have different risk appetite, I have different capital, you have different capital. I might even be busy and not get into this trade. Okay? All right. So so that would be the outlook. So now if you want to buy, you can buy up to that zone. You can buy up to that zone. All right. So, but the usual me will wait for the bigger time frame. This is it. When price gets into this area, the usual me is going to wait for a form of confirmation or thereabouts. All right. So that's the bias for USD card. Euro USD should be opposite. Okay. Now look at Euro USD. All through last week, we were not able to break this guy. All through last week, we were not able to break it. I'm going to extend this. We're still in the zone because look at the week. This is where the week stops. Okay. We're not able to break it. We're not able to break it. Yeah. You think it's giving you some lower lows? How do you know a trend from a correction? You may think this is okay. Now this is this. Look at this. It's only giving you a lower lows. It's not giving you. It's only giving you lower highs. It's not giving you lower lows. This is giving you a wedge. If you decide to do something like this and claim that this has been broken, you are going to surprise yourself. Why is this? Why might this not be valid? Because see, you have this week here. You have this week here. And you have this week here. So you have like 3 levels this guy need to break. It has not broken anyone yet. Anyone. It has not broken anyone. Even the first one, it didn't break it. See it? Okay, this is see it now. It didn't even break the first one. It has not got it to the second one. It didn't even touch the second one. It didn't touch the third one. Let me not even add the fourth one to it. Okay, so you may want to wait. That's just my view, right? You may want to wait for Euro USD. Okay, because overall, what you see is what? What you see is an uptrend. It's going up, but now this guy came in at this point and made some drama here. Okay, he made some drama there, like that, like that, like that, like that, like that. So, what are you expecting for Euro USD? I am thinking the price is going to break to the upside. That's what I'm thinking. But it's not in my head to think. Okay? Remember, we said we have a demand zone here. If you have a demand zone here, price may get into this place and shoot back to the upside. All right? Because price has been moving. It may get back here. Look at this one. Price actually moved something similar to that. Gave you a channel and still went back up. Where did you, reverse from? From this demand zone. Okay? Now, price can do the same thing, come back to this place. So it depends if you're a short-term trader or if you're if you're a long-term trader, okay? So that's what I'm looking at for your USD. It depends on how this particular candle closes. So wait to see how this particular candle closes. Remember the timing, all right? This is just 7 o'clock. The London has not opened. So buying, network is so bad for you. So sorry about that, Jim. So buying at this point, I don't think it's really wise because the banks have not opened. So who is doing the move? Who are you following? Who is making the move? Banks are not open yet. In the UK, the banks they open around 8. So if you want to buy now, let's even go to the 15 minutes. Let's see. So you see now, if you want to be buying now because you see a bullish engulfing candle, or you see whatever on the 15 minutes, this is just what 7:14. Who is in the bank that is making the move? Where are they depositing the money that's making the move? This move is still happening because of the Sydney session. This is happening, is slowing down actually because the Japan, the Australia, the New Zealand, they are actually closing. That's why you have this slowing down. Because when you also get to the New York time, that is closing, the close of the New York time or the close of the London session, you also have slowdown of price. So price is slowing down right now, actually, because a particular session is slowing down. Maybe they don't go do you one chance. You go to buy, you go to sell. When bank no they open, they don't do you one chance with that. All right, so you might want to wait and see by the time, I'm not suggesting anything. I'm not suggesting anything on which of the pair, on this Euro USD or on the AUD USD card. Which one are you talking about, Michael? Okay, personally, like I told you, I am not in EU because it didn't get to my zone. It didn't get to where I want. This is not a sell pattern. It's not. Okay? This is not a sell pattern. So that was why I didn't get in. If I had a divergence, this is a divergence. This is a divergence. Okay, let me see. Why is my own not like this? There's something I'm trying to look for. I can't find it in my. I saw it in somebody's chart, and I'm trying to find it in my. I can't see it in my own. Oh, wow. Oh, I've seen it. Thank you. All right, so you see, if I'm going like this, all right, I'm going like this. This is what I want as a divergence. All right, this move is going to be short, and it's going to come up a little bit. All right, then it's going to come down to break this place. So the aggressive ones, all right, the aggressive ones will go in Okay, calm down now. Wait till. So this guy now, you can't leave my chat. Oh, I see. But you know, Sabi, no Sabi. This is the first time I'm using this actually. Okay, so we're having this, Then we're gonna have something like this, and like this, and like this. So now the aggressive ones will get in on this trade when they see maybe an engulfing candle or something here. But the conservative ones, they will get in at a structure here for what? For a sell. Did that happen, guys? Did that happen on Euro USD? It did not. It didn't happen. So that's why I didn't get in for Euro USD. All right. So, but if you are on a sell, what you can do, guys, is you can reduce, take your profits, like take some profits. Okay. It's not bad. I don't know what loss size you're using, but you can just take some profits. Okay. Wherever your entry is, move your stop loss to break even. That here, this one is not showing you any, it's not showing any sell momentum. It's just a fake movement. It's a correction that this guy is giving you. It's a correction. Whoever is selling this, just know that it's going to be short-lived, okay? So there's nothing bad in it. If you have made some profit, take some profit off the table, all right? Yeah, so, and the profit you're going to take off the table is dependent on you. Do you want to take a large chunk of the table because you're actually trading against the trend? Or do you want to take a small portion, let the big one run, okay? But once you do that, move your stop loss into break even or a little bit inside the profit, okay? Move your stop loss a little bit inside the profit to cater for your spread, all right? For your spread, your swaps, and your commissions. Michael, does that make sense? And anybody that is trading EURUSD as a sell, if you have been in the sell, hope that makes sense. Take some profit off the table. Now this guy has gotten into the zone since last week. This zone was created since 14th of November. Okay, so I think that that's what no, that's not a divergence. That's not a divergence. You are actually forming things up. Okay, see, number one, remember I told you guys that engulfing candles should have small wicks. This is a long wick here. This is a long wick. Anyways, you're a scalper, right? If you're a scalper, you can take some chances, but I'm not a scalper. So I wait to see very clear trends, like very, very clear trends. Okay. So now I do not consider this as engulfing. Number one, this wick is too long. The wick on this buy candle is quite long. It means buyers are still inside this place. They were only suppressed. And now I still have a wick to the downside, but they were pushed to the upside. The next one, they were pushed again. Buyers still did this market. Buyers are still in the market. And if you're talking about divergence, this is not a divergence. How do you know a divergence? Let me give you a secret today. It's not just about this one is going up and this one is going down. This is not going down, Michael. Now, look at the point where it's going up. What did you see on your RSI? Please tap in the figure. What did you see? RSI is what? Just look at this figure on RSI. And this is the highest point, right? Of the first high. What do you see? What figure do you see, Michael? Are you here? Don't delay us now. We have other press to look at. If I leave this pair, I will come back to it again. It's not 77. Look at it now. It's 75.99. What are you seeing? What are you looking at? See it. This particular candle, where my cursor is. See. Look at that yellow line. See it now. Yes, 75.99. Now, look at this one. What is this one? What did you not see on this one? The next one. The next high point that you think is the value. What did you see there? What figure do you see? $76.30. So now you have 75 here, you have 76 here. Is that a divergence? Price is higher than the previous one, then the RSI is also high. So these are little tricks that I know that helps me. Okay, you may have made some profit. That's why I say quickly take some profit. Okay, it will not go. It might not go. Let me not say it will not go. Nobody may get market. It might not go very far. You can actually see this pull down. You can see this pull down to this place. You can see the pull down to different places. All right. So if you want my opinion, all right, be ready to take the risk with my opinion. You understand? I didn't say you should close it. I was very clear. Take out some profit, move in your stop loss to break even. That was what I said. If you close it, you're on your own. So at least the reason why you don't want to close it is because see how it's going to play out so that you also can master it. Some of the experience we have is from you. Some of the knowledge we have is from you experiencing the market. Okay. So for me, I don't think this is a good setup. You may have made some money. That's very nice, but it's not really a good setup. Okay. It's not really a nice setup, right? So that's that. So now let's go to, okay, let me show you something on gold also. Look at gold. A lot of people will say they missed out on gold. 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 Now, you think you missed out on gold. I do not think I missed out on gold. Why? Because market has not given a clear movement. Guys, is there any form? Okay, now you may say, all right, there's a divergence here, right? Okay, but now look at the way this divergence is forming. Okay, but now there is no entry signal, no candlestick pattern. There is nothing that looks like maybe engulfing or whatever, or there is nothing at all. There's nothing. And number two, this didn't get into my zone. It did not happen inside the zone. So personally, I'm not getting in. But if you have a strategy that will get you into this place, why not? Some people, maybe they will trade this one as a break. Okay, that's fine. They may have made some profits. But imagine, just 162 pips. And what will be your stop loss? That's the question. What will be your stop loss? Your stop loss will be like 250 something. Because you can't put your stop loss here. Does that make sense? So I think we have another pair, which is a AU or thereabouts. So that's how I look at it, AUD/USD. Good. You see the same thing. Now I have different zones here. You see? Now you can call this, you can use this one like maybe a double top because you have this and you have this candle. So even if you had entered this one on this place, though I don't also like, it's not the best of setups. Okay. Above this, at least you are already like 1:2 here for this one. Okay, you're already like 1:2. And this guy broke this what do you call it? Broke this little, I can't call this a structure. But now, mind you, you have this small guy here also. So to me, all these are just corrections. Price can decide to move down here or here. They are just what? Corrections. All right. So if you're selling, good. But just know that you can't be selling for a long time, just the way you can't be buying for a long time. All right. Just the way you can't be buying also for a long time. All right. Same thing with GJ. It's not clear. It's not clear, right? It's not clear at all. This guy's not clear. Now, when you get to look at USD CHF also, same thing, guys. It's not clear. Yeah, I'm going to check AU. You see? So you see that, sorry, excuse me. You see that these guys are not clear. I don't like the way they're moving. If you want to move, move. That's why I put, what do you call it? An alarm here. So that I'm going to take whatever profit I'm having, I'm going to just leave this trade. Okay? Because I've tried. I've tried for this trade really. Since when I got in. Look at since when I got in somewhere here. Man, I don't try now. Okay? All right, so let's look at AUD/USD on daily time frame, right? Good. AUD/USD. See, the reason why I wanted this guy to come here is because of this demand, this supply zone here. This guy. That's the reason why I wanted to come into this red zone. but it didn't come into the red zone. It has not come in there yet. That's just the reason why. It hasn't got into the red zone. Now, if you check the weekly, you are going to see something that looks like a head and shoulders. Look at this. Question. The more you ask questions in Forex, the more you get answers. Do you think AUD/USD is going to get up to the neckline? There are a lot of price actions here. Do you think AUD/USD is going to get up there? How many pips are you looking at, guys? From where prices right now, you're looking at 1,400 pips on AUD/USD. That is a lot of money on AUD/USD. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So that's why this upside may be strong. Because look at the move. You've not seen a move like this on the upside for some time. You've not seen it. Always watch the character also of the market. So look at how you are having big candles. And look at how you're having small. On the daily time frame, do you have any bearish engulfing or any bearish pattern? No. You see, the wick of the red candle is quite too long. This is not an evening star. You can't even call it an evening star. These are just people taking up their profits. Just some form of reactions in the market. Okay, that's just that. Now you have these guys. The whole of last month, they were indecisive, and the whole of this month, they are bullish. Right now, they are bullish from this point because this was where they stopped selling. They started buying and pushing price back up from this point. All right. Sellers are trying to move it back from the same place they were selling last month. So, but right now it's still 2/3 of the entire candle that is bullish. And today is already 21. Do you think this guy is going to go down in the remaining 10 days? 10 days? I don't think so. I don't use one of my, you should have known me by now. Okay. It's because you are a scalper and that's why you're looking at that. Look at, okay, you said we should look at the daily. This is the daily. There is nothing giving you a confirmation to come in on the daily. Number one. Number two, price has not come into this place, okay? Price has not come into this place. If price has not come in here, I'm not doing anything. If you want to do anything, it's up to you, okay? So, but right now, I'm not doing anything. Look at this guy. I told you that there is actually, what do you call it? An engulfing candle here. For those who are selling, oh, you might have made maybe 2:1. Sorry, 1:2. All right. So, which engulfing candle are you talking about? Are you talking about this engulfing candle? Bullish engulfing candle? Where exactly? Which of the engulfing candle on the 1 hour? There is actually an engulfing candle on the 4 hours, but which one are you talking about on the 1 hour? There are a lot of engulfing candles here, a lot of them. You have this is one, you have this is one, you have this is another one, you have this is another one, you have this another one. I have many lot of engulfing candles. That's why I don't like 1 hour. You know, the noise is too much. 67 240. Let's go. That's this. That's this, right? So you intend selling here, or you sold at this point? Okay. So what are you saying? What are you telling us? Are you saying you sold at this point? Okay. 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 Anyway, nice. If you did that, of course, you go back to your 4 hours and you see what price is going to do. If you are sold back up here on this place, it was giving you an evening star on the 1 hour. See it on this place, because you have a what? You have a double top. I just use the higher time frame. Why? Because I am busy. I can't be looking at the chart all the time. This will take 4 hours before my chart form, and I know most of you two are busy. All right. then it will give you time to think and to analyze. All right. But if you want short moves, the 1 hour, the 30 minutes is okay. So if you had entered here, you'd have made 2:1. But if you entered at the 67,240, that's here. Okay. That's also good. That's also good. Let's see what your risk is going to be. $67,240. You didn't enter at the close of the candle, obviously, except you entered at the retest. Okay. All right. This is not a mentorship class. I'm taking too much time on one person's question. Okay. So now, okay, yeah, we're done with USDCHF, we're done with gold, the same thing with gold, okay? Then the same thing with GJ. All right, guys, ask me any question. Ask me questions. Michael, you're not asking question again. You're not asking question again. You have been asking questions since. Bitcoin. Guys, I told you that Bitcoin, do I still have my analysis? I told you my mentor also said Bitcoin was going to get to 9,000. See my own analysis. I told you Bitcoin was getting to 10,000. All right. My mentor analyzed that Bitcoin was going to get to what? 9,000. So it might be a good time for you to actually gather enough money to buy, Bitcoin. Don't put all your money in it. I'm not talking about the chart. Maybe as an asset, you can maybe decide to do it when it goes lower. Okay. All right, guys. Do I have any questions? Monday morning. So it's not surprising to see that there are no setups yet in the market, because there's no even news today. There's no news. Good. You see, like this guy, let's see, USD see where I wanted to get in. Okay. Give me a divergence here. On the daily, there is nothing. You see the same thing on the 4 hours, there's nothing. Okay, this is good. I thought this is a USD Okay. So you see this guy here. Guys, we're just waiting today, except if you just want to trade. Except if you just want to trade. If your hand is itching you and you just want to trade, please use proper risk management. Okay? Use proper risk management. All right, I'm listening to questions. You can unmute yourself and ask.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, morning. How you doing?
I'm fine. Please, my first question goes thus. I tried using PIP calculator on my Forex book and then investing.com rather.
Okay.
And I discovered that I was unable to calculate. Let me say I was unable to use it because of the asset I'm trying to calculate on. I'm trying to calculate on US 30, and US 30 is now one of the pairs they have there.
Yes.
That's number one. The second question is.
No, so what's the question of number one?
Is that I'm finding it difficult to use it. I don't know, maybe you have any other website you can recommend that offers that kind of service. Because it's only currency pairs, those ones are.
Okay. So question number two?
Question number two, I want to, let me say I'm having issue with determining the trend, because sometimes when you're on daily, you discover that the trend is actually coming down in a short frame. Just to let me say in terms of scalping, you discover that the trend is coming down. Are you to follow that trend coming down, or you have to follow the overall trend after you zoom out?
Okay.
Yes, that's the question.
All right. So answer to the first one. I have how I do that, but I'm not going to tell you now. That's the US 30, whatever asset, gold, oil, there's a way that is done. But I won't tell that on this class. Then number two, Okay. What is the trend? Even social media has what they call trend. Twitter has trend. What it be trend? Trend and what everybody they do. So the question is, what is everybody doing in the market? So who is everybody? Are you part of everybody? No, you are not. Your money is not part of everybody. There are only about 10 or 11 people. You understand? The top, let's quickly look for them. Top Forex participants. Top Forex participants. Okay, let's see who they are. Okay, good. Now, okay, and this is even of July, so okay. Now look at them. These guys, you have the Saxo Bank, you have the XM, you have the FXCM, you have the Hot Forest, you have the IG Group. You understand that these are brokers, okay? Okay, retail players, this is not what I'm looking for. This is not what I'm looking for. Let me change the topic. Okay, top. Let me see. Okay, good. See us here. Are they the one? No, let's see. Okay, say, okay, you have the Deutsche Bank, you have the UBS, you have the Citigroup, you have the Bank of America, you have the Goldman Sachs, you have the HSBC, right? These are the banks that moves the market. Okay, let's see if they can have something here. Banks, the top banks. Okay, 10 large banks to build pure FX. Okay, it's not there. When I find it, I'll bring it up tomorrow. Okay, I'll bring it up tomorrow. So what? See them here. I've forgotten the site I used to find them. You have the Deutsche Bank, you have the UBS, the Citigroup, the Bank of America, you have the Goldman Sachs, you have the HSBC. So these are the people that move the market. Now, to you, on what time frame do you think they move the market? They're the one that cause the trend. They are the one you call institutions. Okay, they are the one you call institutions. So on what time frame do you think they move the market? All right, is on the higher time frames. The reason why you're confused is because there's a lot of manipulations on lower time frames. Okay, there's a lot of manipulations on lower time frames. Now, when you get to the monthly, okay, if you get to the monthly, for example, now let's look at DXY. Now look at DXY, for example. Now on the monthly, this is monthly. So for the past few months, DXY has been going up. These banks, they have been buying because the US economy is strong. But right now, this guy started coming down. So for the past 2 months, dollar has been weak. All right. Yes, scalp out. Dollar has been weak. Then you now come to daily. You now see the trend is forming on the daily. Because on the monthly, they are weak. You now see on the daily, it's giving you what? A lower low, this is it's giving you this lower low and the lower high, the lower low, the lower high, the lower low. So what's the next thing? It could give you a what? A lower high. And do what? And continue selling up to wherever the structure is. Okay. So now you now go down to your 4 hours or your 1 hour and you look for a what? A sell opportunity if that's what you want to do. Because the guy is what? See it overall is doing what? Is going down. Is going down. Is going down. So you look at your, since you're doing, it depends on your entry. If you're doing 5 minutes, okay, you could actually look for your trend on 1 hour or on 4 hours. Since you're not going to take more than maybe 50 pips, 20 pips and all that. But if you're looking forward to like 100 pips, 200 pips, there about, that's when you should be looking at the daily time frame or whatever you get. So it's easy to know your trend. If it's becoming very difficult for you, use your indicators. Whatever trend indicator you can use it. It will give you a clarity. For example, now I use the moving average. You get, if I use the moving average, let's say I'm using the moving average 20 to know what's happening for the past 1 month. All right, that's it. This guy is actually selling. All right. So that's it. Any more questions? Any more questions, guys? Okay, so for me today, I'm just sitting on my hands. I'm just sitting on my hands. The trades I've been in, right? I'm going to just watch them closely. Watch them closely, all right? You okay, like you have USD card, you can, if you are buying USD card, all right, just be careful. You can take it up to these zones, all right? Take it up to that zone. Then when you get to the zone, you look forward to a sell. Does that make sense? The same thing with USD CHF. I already did mine, all right? I'm in this trade, so I'm looking up to this place. Whatever happens here will determine what I will do. If this guy breaks it, we'll continue. If it reverses from here, fine, all right? USD JPY, you have the same thing, Then Euro USD, look at what we're saying, right? So this guy might definitely come down into this point. We'll just wait at the zones to see what's going to happen. The same thing with gold. I did not miss any trade. No, I did not. All right, so just wait to see what's happening. This guy might just do this and bring this trend to the upside. Boom, I'll just give you that, okay? So, okay, guys, I think we have tried. So, guys, I'm using the same link, all right? I'm using the same link. So tomorrow we're using the same link to get in. So by today, I believe that a lot of pairs would have played out so that it will get to a zone where we want them to really buy or sell. All right. So, but for today, study the market, do demo trade, and study all the trainings that we have already had. Does that make sense? Okay. Yeah, I'll consider it the trading view tricks. I'll give it a strong consideration. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Do have an amazing day. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, 6:30. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.